Okay, this is a method that I have devised, and there's a few things that you need to know about this. It's called the seven rule. Okay, that's just something I came up. This is completely my own thing that I discovered, and you have to follow things pretty closely to do. There's slight tweaks you can do, but you have to follow this closely. This is a way to use a mechanical entry type of way. And let's go over some of the rules real quick because this is something that you need to have everything really down. So the first thing is this only works with a broker like FX Glory because of the bonus. Only, no exceptions. You have to be using that 50% bonus. Use my link. I'll help you get the lower spreads and then all the other perks of the broker. I can help you do that. But you have to use FX Glory. It's just not possible to do it because there's going to be drawdown. So a mechanical entry is just saying, I'm going to take profit at a certain price, or you're going to stop loss at a certain price every single time. So for example, with gold, this is rule of seven, saying that 7 points every single time is your take profit. So 1800 to 1807, for example. So every single time you're going to put it there. You're still doing your due diligence. This is not just blindly pressing buttons. You're going to buy or short when you think that it has opportunity. You're still obeying all that. If you think it's going to go up, you put it to there. Every single time 7 points. But you're also about 7 points of risk. So typically, in theory, you have a 50-50 chance of winning or losing. Now, stick with me for the whole thing until and then it'll all click in your head. So let me ask you a question. What is the chance that a coin lands on the same thing, heads or tails, twice? What's the probability, it does that? The odds of it are 25%. 25% just by raw probability, okay? Now, in this, we're not going to just be flipping a coin, just guessing, okay? I'm going to show you how this works. It's a little bit tricky to explain, but I back tested it, and it is a pretty good system that for mechanical can really help you if you put everything together. So let's do the math, okay? We're going to use an example of using $50 accounts, okay? With the bonus, 50%, you get another $25, and that puts your equity at $75, right? Okay. So on try number one, right, you're going to put up $50, okay? That $25, you don't have to pay back. That's the broker's money, so you don't have anything to worry about. So don't worry about this. FX Glory doesn't make you pay anything. If your account's ever negative, you don't owe any money. It's just a MetaTrader error with FX Glory. So don't worry about that. You can check their rules and talk to their support if you don't believe me, if you have any questions regarding that. Do your own research on that if you need to. But that's what it is. Okay, so in this example, you're only risking $50 each time that you do it. So now we're going to set the mechanical take profit to 7 points. So 7 points. But we're going to use 0.10 on a $50 account with $75 equity. So let's try number one. We have 75 equity. Okay, it'll say $50 balance. Okay, this is your lot. Okay, all right, and we set the take profit to 7. Say 7 points. Okay, we're going to be able to risk 7 points, and we're going to take our take profit to 7 points. Okay, I'll just take this one step at a time. It's always the same. You could use different variations, but I find 7 to be a good number because you don't want to do too low because then you could get hit with scalping rules. Okay, you don't want to do that. 7 points is pretty safe. It's a good number to use. Okay, so on this side, okay, we have a 1 point, 0.10, whatever, that would net us, if it's successful, $70. Okay? So, let's say we win. Worst comes to worst, we're going to lose $50, which is our balance. That's all we can possibly lose. So we're already, in the first time, already kind of in the clear, right? And we can handle on this about 7 points, right? So, the trade's either going to hit profit, make us 70, or we're going to lose 50. There's no in between. It's really going to be either or, okay? So now, this is what you do. So let's say you were successful. Now you have how much money? You have cash-wise $120. Okay? Now you have $120. Now you're gonna withdraw this money and you're gonna redeposit, because now you're gonna get the 50% again. Okay? 50%. Now you're gonna have 180 equity and 180 balance. Okay? Now you're going to do the same thing again, but you're going to use a bigger lot size. So I found that, we're still going to use 7 points. And I'll tell you what lot size to do. You're not going to use the same lot. You can do more. Right? Because now you're using the house's money to build your equity. Right? So what lot size I recommend is you can use a 0.23 or 0.22. But let's just use this, 0.23, okay? So if we're successful, so that's 20, we're only using gold, by the way. Sorry I didn't mention that, but we're only using gold. I really don't want to use anything else. That's all I really want to use. So $23, so technically it's $23 per point. This is $10 a point. This is 23. So 23 times 7 would net us about $161. Right? And then you could tweak these numbers slightly. You use like 0.22, 0.21, but keep it pretty consistent. This is just what I've seen that can work. Okay? So then you would net $161 if you win. So total, okay? Now let's add up all the money. So we won 161, and then we had another win of 70. So we have netted we've turned $50 to $231. And keep in mind, this is just, if we're lucky the first time. Now, worst comes to worst, other times we're wrong. Try number 3. Let's say we lose $50. Okay? You lose $50. And this is, like I said, we're not just blindly doing it. We're shorting or we're going long when we think it's good. We're using that because we're not just, we like to be above 50% accuracy. But this is even if you really aren't a very good trader, it still puts you in pretty good odds of being profitable long term. So, okay. So the law of 4 states, we only need to get it right twice. So out of 4 tries, out of 4 times, worst comes to worst, we may lose at most 150. So let's say, because we only need to get it out of 4 tries, right? Let me backtrack. Okay, so if out of 4 tries, okay, only one has to be right twice, because remember, heads or tails, right? So, and if that one time we net $231, so the other 3 times, the most that you ever are going to be able to lose is your original deposit, which was 50. And then you can scale this up and you can use different numbers. Just try to keep it kind of consistent to 7 to 7. So the most you're ever going to lose is 150. So you're going to net money. So you're going to net 231 minus 150. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, but you're netting. It's profitable. And you don't really have to try very hard. I mean, you do want to still be good, but that's just if you like, that's like average. Now, if you're a really good trader and you have a high accuracy, this method is pretty much even easier. But the most important thing is you're reloading each time. Reloading. So worst comes to worst, you know, from a raw probability perspective, it's a pretty good probability that all you have to be is right twice in a row. And if you're right twice in a row, you'll be able to net money. But you're still taking trades smart. You're still being intelligent about it. You don't want to fire off too many trades with it, but it puts you in a pretty good position, and it really does increase your chances of, making that, because really you're able to turn, if you're right, $50 into a little bit more, and then you could increase this over. I mean, think about what happens when you just add another zero eventually, and then you turn this into a standard lot eventually, right? For example, you put this in, that's a $700 win over here, right? And then the numbers just kind of add up. But as long as it's the whole point is you're doing 50-50, and then you're using the bonus, you're cashing out your first time, reloading with the profit so you get the bonus, and then you're technically just pushing the profit forward that you made. So you're never really risking more than the original 50. So you're taking a smaller number and you're compounding it. You're snowballing it. Another term for this is snowballing it. So you're snowballing your money. So this is just a way to do it. It's a little bit confusing when you first look at it. But so just to review, let's just review. So each time you're using the same number. So these are the principles. Each time, for example, $50. Same amount. You could use different numbers. And you're always doing 7 take profit, and then 7 able to loss. And this is an all or nothing method. This is not like you're going to take stop loss. There's no stop losses. You're either going to lose your money, lose your account, or not. But long term, it doesn't matter. I should put blowout. Right? 7 points that you can blow out. With FX Glory, you're able to draw down your account a lot. Okay? And then, what's another thing that you want to do? You always want to reload profit. So you're withdrawing it, withdraw, and then redeposit each time. Okay? That's something that you can do. And then, on the second time, when you make the second, you could even do it 3 times. You could even, on the third time, increase the lot size again, do it again. But, the more times you try to push it forward, the lower your probability becomes. 2 in a row isn't super hard to achieve. So I'm just saying, hey, can you make 2 successful trades in a row? Most traders can do that, right? But, if I tell you too many, then it's just going to be too, if I say 4 or 5, that's why it's just fine. Two trades in a row is really all you really need to be good at. You need to be consistently making 2 trades in a row. And the mathematical odds are pretty good that you'll be able to do that. So that's just the way to do it. You can practice this on demo. To practice it on demo, you would just use, for example, it doesn't let you on FX Glory use the the bonus to factor it in. So you just would put the equity at $75, for the $50, and then if you wanted to try it with the profit, then it would be $180 for the second time, and then just take profit. But I found that this is the best broker to use. You only can use FX Glory, right? So this is just a way to do it, and your risk, reward is always even. Is even. All right, so that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not super hard once you get it. It's a little confusing at first, but you're just using math and probabilities and the broker itself on your side. Use my link for the actual broker, and it'll help you get the spreads and everything you need. And if you'd like to give it a try, give it a try. All right, that's really it. Best of luck. If you have questions, let me know.